So, welcome to the final session of this four-part program on starting an enterprise. This is part 4, setting up and running a business. And there'll be lots of stuff here. Pick out what's relevant to you. And remember, if you missed earlier sessions, we've been following the Mind Your Own Business workbook, which can be downloaded at tencommunity.net, tencommunity.net, under the resources tab. So you have chosen a business idea, you've checked out the market, you've run some financial forecasts and decided that it's viable. This session, I'm going to run through various considerations as you actually start the business. First, what will be your business structure? In developing countries, most micro businesses start without any formal structure. In the UK, many people start as self-employed. Either way, you are a sole trader. You and your business are the same thing. Any money you make is your income, and any loss or problem is your problem. Check whether you need to register the business or whether you need any kind of license. In the UK, if you earn more than £1,000 a year, self-employed, you will need to fill in a self-assessment tax return. The UK government has excellent information on self-employment and on other structures. Take a look at gov.uk/browse/business. I'll put these links up at the end. One crucial point, keep your business money separate from your personal money. If you use up business money for, say, family needs, the business may run out of money and fail, and then it will be unable to help anyone. If you decide to start a business with others, you have a partnership. This can be good because it brings more skills, more time, more resources to the business. You can cover for each other if one of you is sick, but of course you also have to share the profit. If you set up a partnership, make sure you agree and write down in advance how you will work together. What will each person contribute to the business and what will they get in return? Who will keep the accounts? What happens if someone wants to leave? What decisions need to be agreed by everyone? This is called a partnership agreement. Limited companies are organizations that are a separate entity to you. So if there's a problem, the company, not you, will be taken to court, though you have some legal obligations as a company director. Companies are normally registered with the government. The business is owned by shareholders, and profits, which are called dividends, can be distributed to shareholders. If there are several shareholders, draw up a shareholder agreement, which is like a partnership agreement. Do this before the business is valuable. Trust me, it'll stop lots of arguments. Social enterprises and charities usually have different forms in different countries. Check out what is available if you plan to start a not-for-profit or cooperative organisation. Again, the UK government information is excellent. See government.uk/setting-up-charity. Next, naming your business. A good name can communicate what your business does. It's memorable, easy to pronounce, and conveys professionalism and trust. So here are my top tips. Keep it simple and original. Using your own name keeps things simple, but it could also be awkward if you sell. Names unconnected to the line of business, like Apple, is fine for big businesses that can afford to advertise. If not, the name will mean nothing to potential customers. Instead, consider a name that says what you do or has your key selling points or represents your values, like Yummy Cakes or Forest Eco Lodge. Avoid anything similar to an existing brand because they might take you to court for pretending to be them. If you create a limited company, check the name is available. If you need a website, check a suitable name is available. And remember, some names like Royal or International cannot be used without permission. Next, sources of funding. Where will you find the money? This can be loans on which you normally pay interest and must repay, or investment capital, sometimes called equity, where you sell a share of the business. Start with your own savings and those of any partners. Start small and use the profits to expand. This reduces risk because you're testing out the model and it leaves you in control. Think about the loaves and fishes in session 1. What is the little you have that God can multiply? Next stop is family and friends, a good option for small amounts. It's usually quick to arrange and they might not expect interest, but you risk damaging relationships if you can't pay money back. If they don't need the money back quickly, they may be willing to invest in your business by owning a percentage as partners or shareholders. In some places, there may be local savings and loan schemes you can join. Microfinance institutions might be an option, though this can be short term and interest rates can be quite high. Banks are unlikely to loan to start-up businesses without any assets, but it might be a source in the UK if you have collateral like a house. Peer-to-peer lending means loans or equity from individuals via an internet platform. Search the internet for your country. In Africa, see business ideas 4 africa.com/p2p-lending for a list of platforms. I'll put these up at the end. The most exciting development in recent years has been crowdfunding and crowdsourcing. Until recently, entrepreneurs relied on friends, neighbours and family for loans, ideas, market research and first customers. Now you can do all these things by talking directly to 5.5 billion people online by joining or developing communities of interest on almost anything. Most crowdfunding sites are geared towards developed countries, but this is changing. Let me give a simple example. My daughter recently used Kickstarter, that's kickstarter.com, Google Kickstarter Hannah Jones, and you'll see this as an example. She's an artist, she loves printmaking. To improve quality, she wanted a £300 printing press. So she asked people to order hand-printed artworks costing between £15 and £60. Pledges were made, and at the end date, the £300 target was exceeded. So Kickstarter collected the money and passed it to Hannah. She bought the press and has now made and sent out the artworks. Let me also give an example of crowdsourcing. 2 unemployed designers met through an online t-shirt design competition. They decided these competitions should happen more often, so they created a website to do this and built up a community of followers. The website community voted and the winner got a small cash prize and the t-shirt was put up for sale. Turned out that people really like to submit designs and vote for them. And today, Threadless.com is one of the biggest t-shirt businesses in the world. Next, business planning. It's helpful to collect your thoughts and research and financial forecasts together in a business plan, even if it's just a few pages. If you have investors, they will likely want to see a business plan. There are free templates for a business plan and a cash flow forecast at 10community.net in the Mind Your Own Business page. Here is a suggested list of contents. Business name, your name and contact details, brief description of the business, what exactly are you selling, purpose of the business, target customers, competitors and other market research you have conducted, how you will be different, how you will find customers, premises and equipment required, you and your team, describe each person's role and their skills, risk analysis, financial, setup cost, sales forecast, P&L forecast, cash flow forecast, which we covered last time, funding needs and expected source of funds. The key is to include everything that's relevant and only what is relevant. For example, you don't need to include your full CV, just what is relevant to this venture. And if you want an investor, make sure you are sharing the risk. To invest, they want you to be lying awake at night worrying about the business just as much as them. Next, keeping good records is one key to success. Keeping records helps you check your progress against your forecasts. It means you can see if you're falling behind and you can make changes in good time rather than too late. Good records also tell you what products are making you the most money, so you can focus especially on them. What records you need depends on the business, but these are the most important. 1, keep a list of all your income and all your expenses each month. 2, keep your cash flow forecast up to date by replacing the forecast figures with the actual figures and then recalculate the forecast. 3, keep a record of your orders and prices charged so you can see what's working well. How profitable are each of your products or services? And would you make more money by ditching the least profitable line? 4, keep a list of your customers and their contact details. Then if you have a bad month and need to boost your sales, you can contact them with an exclusive discount. Look out for customers that seem to have stopped buying from you and try to find out why. 5, keep a record of inquiries, people who've shown an interest, so you can contact them and remind them of their interest. 6, if you're making things, keep a record of production, jobs done, and time taken. 7, keep a list of suppliers and prices paid. 8, keep all agreements, for example, the partnership agreement, rent, loans, and so on, in a safe place. 9, what sets you apart from your competitors? If it's a fast delivery, how are you monitoring this? And finally, 10, what goes wrong and has a significant impact on your success? What aspects of quality, for example, are critical? If your scrap rate or no-show rate varies and has an important impact, measure it to focus on improvements. Next, what about websites? Businesses run from home can now compete with Nike or MTN. The web means you can have a shopfront on the planet's busiest high street. You can use your web presence to display your products. You can have a conversation with your customers, demonstrate and share your knowledge, sell a product, service, or appointment, and take down the contact details of prospects. Before you start, decide what you're trying to achieve. You don't necessarily need to have your own website. You could instead use Facebook.com, Instagram.com, or Pinterest.com to connect with customers, or go to Etsy.com to sell craft supplies or handmade goods. List your holiday let with Booking.com or Airbnb.co.uk, or use Eventbrite.co.uk to sell your event or training. Photographers could consider a Flickr Pro account at Flickr.com. If you want a web shop that takes payments, try Shopify.co.uk or ekm.com. If you want your own site, register your own memorable, easy to spell, unambiguous web domain. Find some websites that you like and work out why you like them. Think about your customer profile and look at websites serving similar groups of people and see how their design is tailored to your type of customer. You may want outside help, but it's not difficult to build a simple website. WordPress is the most popular website software. It offers lots of good free designs and plugins which add extra features. Web hosting companies usually offer an easy way to use it. Google best web hosting companies for your country. Plan out the kind of pages you want and write the text that will appear on each one. Ask someone to proofread it, checking the English, including the spelling, spacing, and use of capital letters carefully. Avoid block capitals for large amounts of text, as this is hard to read. And keep the contents fresh. If you have a news section, add an article at least every month. Finally, keep page titles to 65 characters or fewer, including spaces, and keep summaries to 140 characters or fewer. Otherwise, Google search results might stop in mid-sentence. Next, developing sales is another key to success. Finding new customers and retaining old ones is crucial. The starting point is networking, getting the word out to family, neighbours, friends of friends by asking for referrals, and attending any events where the participants are likely customers. If you're selling a high-value product or service to businesses or professionals, networking is important. At an event, introduce yourself briefly and ask what brings them to this thing, whatever it is. Show an interest in them, and they will ask about you. Explore connections. The greatest success comes as a byproduct of generously helping others. Can you concisely describe what you offer, what's special about it, and how it benefits the customer? Benefits, by the way, are quite different from features. For example, you might say that the edges of a product are rounded. That's a feature for a comfortable grip, which is the benefit. Some businesses need field sales, which is going out to meet prospects, often if you're selling high value products or selling to other businesses. And here are some tips. 1, see yourself as a consultant. Ask questions to understand what they really need. For example, they might say they want a solar panel, but find out why so you can recommend the best equipment for them, and find out who is involved in the decision and what the budget is. 2, if possible, outline your proposed work with them and give them an idea of cost while you're still there. That means you can see how they react and can adjust the offer accordingly. 3, people buy 3 things: you, your business, and the deal you're offering. If they like and trust you and your business looks credible, they will be less concerned about getting the cheapest price. Don't forget to keep in touch with existing and past customers, as they are the easiest to sell to, and ask them to suggest other customers and how they think you could do better. If you need sales material such as signs, flyers, brochures, advertisements, letters, and your website, plan what you say with your customer in mind. Where are they most likely to see your materials? On the side of a bus, online, with a free sample at a store? How will you get their attention? Perhaps with a photo or with a question in the headline. Focus on the benefits. For example, not join our carpentry course, but instead earn good wages, that's the benefit, by training in carpentry. State your specialism and tell them what makes your product or service better. Make sure you include the action you want them to take. Visit us or call us. Ideally, add a compelling reason to buy. For example, book before the price rise or while we still have spaces available. Finally, include quotations from happy customers. There are lots of different ways to communicate what you have and persuade people to buy from you. Here are some ideas. 1, social media. If you're selling creative products, encourage your customers to share what they've done with the products on your Facebook page or Instagram. If you're offering expertise, write a blog and put the link on social media or put something on TikTok. 2, e-news. Consider sending out a regular e-news. There are several websites where you can do this, for example, mailchimp.com. 3, PR. Try and get an interview with your local radio station, especially if you have a new product. Respond to news that affects your business sector and try to become the go-to expert for your local or trade media. 4, exhibitions. If there's a trade show, is there a trade show or event you could go to? Consider sharing a stand with a complementary but not competing business. Ask everyone walking past a question which will identify your customers. Are you involved in ... Keep clear notes on all prospects you speak to and follow leads up promptly. Premises. If you have a premises that your customers visit, does it look smart? If people walk past, you have a sign that attracts attention and explains what you do and a benefit of using you. Another thing I love to do is called sales promotion. Depending on your product or service, one of the following might help. Contact a local club or association and ask them to distribute an introductory discount voucher for your product or service to their members. Offer a free product sample or a free checkup. Offer a money-back guarantee to reassure new customers. Offer existing customers a reward for finding a new customer. Run a competition through a local radio station with some of your product as a prize. Offer a gift version of your product with a free gift card. If you sell through a shop or other distributor, offer an additional discount or other reward for achieving a certain level of sales. Is there a business selling a product or service that doesn't compete with you but is sold to a similar market to yours? Maybe each of you could give away a sample or voucher for the other company. Before we finish, here are 11 other quick fire thoughts. Grow your business through product development. If you have products who like you, what else could you sell to them? Grow your business. This is number 2. Grow your business through market development. If you have great products, are there other types of customers who might be interested in them? 3, grow your business by handling complaints well. A well-handled complaint leaves the customers more likely to recommend you than before the problem, amazingly. So listen carefully to customers who have a complaint and be generous in your response. 4, grow your business through customer research. Ask your customers what they like and especially what they don't like about your business. How could it be better? 5, talk to any lost customers. Ask them why they left and how you might win them back. 6, keep up your competitor research. Keep checking out what your competitors are doing, what new things they're introducing, and how much they're charging. 7, check whether your price is still right. If you think a price rise will lose business, soften it by adding something, say a bigger pack, or offering existing customers a money off voucher. 8, stay safe on the internet. If you're using the internet, use strong passwords, take backups, ensure your phone is secure, and watch out for scams. 9, comply with local regulations. Make sure you comply with any local laws, regulations, and tax. 10, consider exporting. Are there opportunities for export? But remember that quality standards expected in the West are very high. Take advice and work with others. 11, last but not least, use new technology. If you can't afford a business advisor, use ChatGPT. If you go onto the 10community.net website, under news, there's a page and a resource where you can do that. Use Kickstarter, use Canva for design, and keep up to date with new apps as they emerge. Finally, these are my top 10 tips for running a successful business. Do not get your business money mixed up with your personal money. 2, keep your financial records up to date. 3, keep control of your cash and keep your cash flow forecast up to date. 4, be nice to customers. They are the only reason your business survives. 5, treat your staff and suppliers with respect. 6, use some of your time and profits to find ways to improve your business and find new ways to attract more customers. In other words, work on your business, not just in your business. 7, allow for the fact that it will always take longer and cost more than you think. 8, do something that adds value to the lives of your customers. 9, do something that's different from others. And 10, proceed with humility, always listen to others, and self-belief. You can do it. So well done and thank you. This has been very intense, but remember it's all in the workbook, which you can download for free. And do join the 10 community, or at least connect with us at 10community.net. You can subscribe for free, there's a button there, or you can join us and meet other members at a retreat at Lord Abbey, and we have a small group for support and accountability. I hope that's been helpful. Stay in contact, and Lord, I pray your blessing on all the people listening to this and listening to the recording, a blessing on their business. Thank you, Lord. Amen.